Hello boys and girls, today we are working on Fundations Unit 6, Week 1, Day 3. This is the third lesson in our new unit on vowel, consonant, E syllables. Take a minute and just reread this slide. Remember that when you put an E at the end of a word, it makes the first vowel say its name. That would change kit to kite, tub to tube, tap to tape. Go on, read the rest of the words by yourself. If you need to pause the video right here, please go ahead and do that. Now that you've had a chance to read those words, go ahead and look at the vowel sounds. You can echo after me. You should have practiced these on the first dictation slide, but we will do it again now. So you have A, E, E, I, I, O, O, U, U. Now remember, the long vowel sound for U has two different ways to say it, and you just have to decide by the word. You have to pay attention. Sometimes you will say U, and sometimes you will say oo. Okay, now today we are going to add suffix endings to our words. So this is just a review. We learned suffix endings with closed syllable words, and it will be the same thing for vowel, consonant, E words. So go ahead, put your hands up. Let's tap this word together. The word is cakes. Now I know that I don't tap my suffix ending with the word. I pull my word together twice. Let's tap together. Ready? Cake, cakes. Go ahead, put your hands up again. Let's tap that again. Cake, cakes. Now I know when I'm marking up a word with a suffix ending, I underline my base word, which is cake, and I circle my suffix S. Now I know that I need to put my syllable type, which here is vowel, consonant, E, so I'll put V-E, and then I put a macron on top of my A, and I cross out my E to mark up the word cakes. Now let's practice another word with a suffix ending. Now I have the word plates. Let's tap that word together. Go ahead, put your hands up. P-L-A-T, plates, plates. Tap it again. P-L-A-T, plates, plates. So I know I need to underline my base word, plates. I'm going to leave a little bit of space in case there's anything else I need to mark. I know I need to circle my suffix ending. I have a vowel, consonant, E syllable. Put a macron on top of my A so it tells my reader it's making the long vowel sound. And I cross out the E so that the person who sees my markings knows the E is silent. Now, do you see anything at the beginning of the word plates that we need to mark up? That's right. If you said we need to put a little line under P and a little line under L to show that it is a blend, you are correct. So we still know that P and L are two consonants that are next to each other, and those two consonants make a blend. You mark up that blend. Now that is all that I see that we need to mark up, so we are going to move on. Our next word is capes. Let's tap this word together. Cape, capes. Let's tap it again. Cape, capes. Now, write this word in your notebooks. Go ahead and underline your base word. If you underlined the base word cape, good job. Now, circle the suffix ending. I see that my suffix ending is an S, so that is what I will circle. Now, what goes on top of my vowel? A macron or a breath? If you said a macron, you are correct. A macron tells us that the vowel says its long vowel sound. Am I missing any markings? That's right. If you said I need to label my syllable, you are correct. And I need to cross out my E so that I know that it is silent. So those are a few things that we need to remember. We're going to go on and do one more. Now, I'm going to tap this word with you, but I want you to write it in your notebooks and mark it on your own. The markings won't be in the video. You will need to mark it on your own and send me a picture. Okay, let's tap this word together. The word is pipes. We have p, pipe, pipes. Go, let's tap it again. P, pipe, pipes. Now, after you write the word pipes in your notebook, I need you to make sure that you mark up your suffix ending, which could mean underlining your base word and circling your suffix, and mark up your syllable type. Don't forget to label the syllable type under the base word. Don't forget the macron on top of the vowel because it's saying the long vowel sound. And don't forget to cross out that E because it is silent and my reader needs to know that it is silent. Now, for this unit in Fundations, you learn how to write long vowel sounds. So like you see here, you have the long vowel sound A, and for now you're going to write it as A-E. That means A consonant E. Same thing for the long vowel sound E. You will write it E-E. Long vowel sound I will be I-E. The long vowel sound O is O-E. And the long vowel sound U is U-E. The long vowel sound U, like this, will also be U-E. We'll review that more in our next Foundations lesson, but it's important that you know these so that when you are doing dictation, which we'll do towards the end of this video, you know how to write the long vowel sounds for now. So I want you to write the long vowel sounds like this when you're writing the sounds. So if it's a short vowel sound, you would write the letter. So if I ask you to write the letter that says ah, you would just write an O. But if I ask you to write what says the long vowel sound O, you would write O-E. And so you'll have some practice with that at the end. Next, we are going to practice our trick words, and then we will have dictation practice. After that, we will do something different. So keep paying attention. You're doing a great job. Okay. Go ahead, put your fingers up. Let's skywrite this word together. The word is only. O-N-L-Y. Only. Let's do it again. O-N-L-Y. Only. One more time. O-N-L-Y. Only. Great job. Please write this word twice in your notebook to keep practicing it. Go ahead and pause the video so you can write this word 2 times in your notebook. Our next word is the word house. Go ahead, put your fingers back up. Let's skywrite it. H-O-U-S-E. House. H-O-U-S-E. House. One more time. H-O-U-S-E. House. Good job. Please go ahead and write the word house in your notebook 2 times so you can keep practicing it. Pause the video so that you can spell the word carefully. Our next word is the word move. Go ahead, put your fingers back up. Let's skywrite this word together. M-O-V-E. Move. M-O-V-E. Move. One more time. M-O-V-E. Move. Great job. Pause the video right here so that you can write this word in your notebook 2 times before you move on to dictation practice. Great job. Now we are going to start our dictation practice. So you can write on your piece of paper to look like this slide does, or you can just write down on one side, whatever is easier for you. So we're going to start with sounds. Number 1, please write the long vowel sound U. Remember that we learned how to write the long vowel sounds for now. So please write the long vowel sound U for number 1. Number 2, please write 2 ways to make the Z sound. Number 2 is 2 ways to make the Z sound. Number 3, please write the long vowel sound E. Remember, this will look a lot like the long vowel sound U, except I want the long vowel sound E. Don't forget that right now we're doing vowel, consonant, E syllables, so you should have that vowel, a dash, and then an E. Number 3 was the long vowel sound E. Good job. Now, you'll see the answers on the next slide. If you need to go back to hear a sound again, please rewind the video. If you are ready, we are going to start on words. Please listen carefully because I will tap the words 2 times. Write the words and the sounds you hear in your number spot. So number 1 is the word spoke. S-p-o-k, spoke. Let's tap that again. S-p-o-k, spoke. Like my friend spoke to the teacher. You're going to write the word spoke on the first line. Number 1 is spoke. Number 2 is the word blaze. B-l-a-z, blaze. Let's tap it again. B-l-a-z, blaze. Now remember, we're working on that vowel, consonant, E syllables. To get that long vowel sound at the beginning, I usually have an E at the end of my word. Please mark up those words. So mark up your syllable type. Don't forget to scoop your word. Put your macron over your vowel. Cross out your E. And write your syllable type under your scoop. Our next word, number 3, is the word hope. H-o-p, hope. Listen again. H-o-p, hope. Good job. Go ahead and mark up that word too. Make sure you scoop your word, mark up your syllable type, mark up your type of vowel, and cross out that E if you need to at the end. Word number 4 will be a review word. Listen carefully. This vowel will say the long vowel sound, but I want you to remember the type of syllable that it is. It's not going to be vowel, consonant, E, so please mark carefully. Your next word is the word child. Ch-ild, child. Listen again. Ch-ild, child. Now, remember, I tapped a digraph for our first sound, and our second sound was 3 letters together, so it was a welded sound. We had ch-ild, child. Please remember the type of welded sound that ild is, and mark up your syllable type carefully. You can pause the video here and finish marking. You can also rewind if you need to rehear any of the words. Our next section is trick words. Your first trick word is the word move. Number 1 is the word move. Your next trick word is the word house. Number 2 is the word house. So you can go ahead and write down move for number 1 and house for number 2. If you're having a hard time remembering how to spell it, please look at the top of your page where you already wrote it down and copy how to spell those words. We have 1 sentence to write today, and that sentence is Dave rode his bike to his house. So we have Dave, D-A-V, Dave, rode, R-O-D, rode, his bike, B-I-K, bike, to his house. Dave rode his bike to his house. Remember, you don't have to mark up your sentences. If you need to go back and listen to it a little bit slower, please rewind the video and listen to that part again. You don't have to mark the sentence. You need to write the whole sentence. Dave rode his bike to his house. Don't forget that capital letters go at the beginnings of sentences, and you need to have a punctuation mark at the end. Here is the answers to what you should have written down today. If you did not write something correctly, please correct your work. I need you to go back and erase anything that you may have gotten wrong and fix it so it looks just like this. If you wrote in pen or marker, please rewrite this answer key in your notebook so that you have the correct way and your hand learns how to write it, because that's very important. Okay, we are going to move on. So if you're still copying, please pause your video right here so you can still see this slide. We are going to do a Fundations story today all together. So I am going to read you a story about Babe Ruth, and then you're going to answer some questions on a Google form about Babe Ruth. Now we're starting here. On a hot day in June, it is fun to go to a baseball game. Many kids in Boston like the Red Sox. Lots of people go to the games. They yell when someone on the home team smacks a home run or strikes out the side. They eat hot dogs and popcorn and drink lots of tonic. The fans like it best when the home team wins the game, but sometimes that does not happen. Now, if you notice, when I'm reading in scoops. So try to pay attention and practice reading in those scoops with me. When the Red Sox are not winning many games, some people like to tell an old tale about Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth used to play baseball for the Red Sox from 1914 to 1919. He was one of the greatest hitters of all time. He once hit the ball more than 600 feet. He hit 714 home runs in his lifetime. He was also a great pitcher. He could strike out lots of batters. All the fans loved the Babe, but the children loved him most of all. He would visit children who were not well. Babe knew how to make kids smile. Babe went to play for the Yankees in 1920. The Red Sox did not trade him. They sold him for lots of cash. The fans were quite mad, and many kids were very sad. Some fans said that selling Babe would bring the Red Sox bad luck. When the Red Sox do not win, some people think the tale is true, even today. Now, this is an interesting story about Babe Ruth. I will put up the file so you can read the story on your own and you can refer back to it when you're answering some questions. Now, I want you to answer some questions about this passage. So number 1, what is the topic of this passage? Number 2, what else do you know about this topic? So you can use the sentence starters that you see here. I also know, or I do not know anything about this topic. Then number 3 is, what are some facts that you learned in this passage? So I want you to tell me some facts that you might have learned about Babe Ruth from reading this story. And then number 4 is, what is something else you would like to learn about this topic? So I give you the sentence starter, something else I would like to learn about this topic is, but if you're really not interested in this topic, you can tell me that. You can say, I'm not very interested about this topic. There's nothing else I would like to learn. Now, after you answer these questions, I want you to reread the paragraph, and I want you to think about making a movie in your mind. So think to yourself, how was the baseball park described? Can you picture 600 feet? Have any of you seen a baseball game on TV? Can you picture how the field and the stands look when the crowd is cheering and everyone's very excited? Think about where Babe might have visited the children. What did you picture when you read about Babe visiting sick children? If you'd like, you can draw a picture to answer these questions. I'll type them into the assignment so that you have them to read. So first, you're going to answer these questions about the passage in the Google form. And then I want you to make a movie in your mind and then maybe draw a picture about what you saw. So you can either draw a picture of the baseball park or maybe Babe visiting sick children. And then I need you to attach that picture to today's assignment. If you have any questions, please message me in Google Classroom. I will be on all morning.